Hi everybody! It's time to check in on our plantings from before. So let's start with the cuttings. So it's been probably close to a month now or maybe 3 weeks, since I took some cuttings from my aloe and jade at home and brought them to school. So let's see. This is one of our jade cuttings. It's just one leaf I cut off of the plant and just stuck it in the soil. So there's no way to really test and see if it's rooting yet without potentially damaging the plant. So we have to just sort of hope. I mean, if you look at the leaf though, see how it's very plump and green and shiny and smooth. That's all a good sign. It means that the leaf is still alive. Whereas if you compare it to the leaf that got broken when the students are helping me plant, this is what that looks like now. So it's just this little thing here. The leaf has completely died and shriveled up, and so there's nothing left. This won't grow anymore. But the other one also looks really good. So hopefully we'll have 2 healthy jade plants from these. Now if we take a look at our aloe, now you'll remember I got advice to plant aloe in banana. So I actually put a little slice of banana in the soil, and this one doesn't really look any different. It's still a little wobbly, so I'm worried that they're not maybe rooting as well as they could. But let me give it a good drink here. Give it a lot of moisture. I'm actually wondering if this is the wrong type of soil. It's really not draining very well. I think I might have to change the soil. So that's something to notice. If it's still, I don't know if you can tell, when I spray it here, it's just stays on the surface, doesn't really go into the soil. So I think this was maybe not a great soil mix to use. So I think what I might do is actually transfer them over for our next time. But there's one thing I want to show you about these cuttings before I do that switching. If you look here, my advice was to put some banana in there. Now, do you see what's starting to happen? The banana is molding. So even though I only put a little bit, put like a little slice, it seems as though maybe that was not the best advice because it's starting to mold, and I hope that doesn't harm our sprout. So as I repot these later, I will remove that part so it's not going to harm our plants. So our cuttings otherwise look pretty healthy. So we'll give them a drink here. Let me tip you down a little bit. Give them a drink. I just watered that first one. Okay, so we've watered our cuttings and we'll keep watching them and see how they're doing. Now the next thing for us to watch are the wildflowers. Now, the last time I showed you these, I didn't think about what species they were, like what the seeds were from. And so I went back to the packets and I actually made little tags. So this time, as we check in on them, we'll know exactly what things came from. So let's start with one that's called the purple cone flower. So this is what the purple cone flower looks right now, what it looks like right now. So for some reason, this one is just having trouble getting started. So I'm gonna give it a really good drink this time. And I think I might even leave it out here in the outdoor sun for a while today and just see if that makes a difference. So it's a purple cone flower with nothing. And now families, if you're watching this together, one idea you could do would be, if you wanted to follow these, I'll keep recording videos. And what you could do is have your child record on each one how it's growing. You can also, if you'd rather do this at home yourselves, you can do that too. Just plant your own seedlings. Like I got these at like Target. It's like $1 or something for all the materials you need to grow a little wildflower. So you might be able to find something similar online. And so what you can do is just keep track of how things grow. So you can either do that with printing out a blank calendar or a graph, measuring the length of your sprouts. Things like that can be really effective. So there's our purple coneflower, nothing yet. Then the second one is the Daisy Silver Princess. Now take a look. Oops, she's dripping. My silver princess is dripping on my keyboard. Stop it. Uh-oh. So they're finally coming out. They were not sprouted the last time. So these took a little bit longer to germinate. But you see we've got, let's see, three are already starting to sprout. Okay, so I will keep coming back to you to let you know how these are doing. We have one more. Now remember last time it was the Cosmos. So we had about this tall of a sprout from that one. So now let's take a look. So it's probably doubled in size since the last time we checked. What interests me the most about this plant is if you can tell, the seed casings are still stuck on the leaves. Usually by now I would have thought they would have fallen off. So let's see if I can turn it where you can see. So right here, there's a seed casing stuck on the leaf. And then also up here, you can't see it from that angle. Here, that's the seed casing. And then if you look at this new sprout here, I've got to move this so I can see better. If you look at this new sprout here, it's still got its seed casing stuck on the leaves. Because what's pretty amazing is that the seed, a lot of people think of the outside of the seed as the seed, but really that outside piece is like the protective piece. Just like an orange has a peel and a banana has a peel that protects the fruit inside, each of these seeds has a casing on the outside that protects the actual seed inside. So what I like to say is, if you think of a sunflower seed, when you eat sunflower seeds, right? You get them when they're in these little black and white striped shapes, pop that in your mouth, you break off the shell, but you eat the seed that's inside. So that casing is just like the covering for the actual seed where the sprouting happens. So all of the potential to be a plant is hidden right inside that casing. And now they're just sprouting with that casing stuck on the leaves because the plant grew out from inside the seed. So it's pretty amazing. So I hope that you've been enjoying watching these grow. I will keep checking back in with you, and we'll see you next time. Bye.